This is going to be a explanation of one of my favorite games. Been playing it forever. Came out like 2009. It's a sequel to the first one. Came out in '08, right around the time Street Fighter 4 came out in arcades. So hot minute ago. 2.5D fighters are getting more popular back then, and yeah, first one was a shit show. Game sucked. Full of like corner infinites. No dash, so it was like more like maybe closer to like older Street Fighter titles where you can dash up to dudes. Then the sequel comes out a year later, and out of nowhere they just balance the hell out of it. Like the frame data for everything gets changed. There's more pushback. The system's more developed. There's a dash. There's a block. Like the guard system gets built out. Like yeah, it's like they suddenly thought of everything, went back to the drawing board, and they tried to make like a I don't know, an actual like somewhat competitive fighting game. So which is weird because it came out on the PSP, right? So yeah, I think it was developed between like Marvelous and Ancient. Ancient, a lot of their people are responsible for music in like Streets of Rage, Wangan, Shenmue, that kind of thing. Really good music in the game, by the way. But yeah, so been meaning to make a video a long time because I've wrote an entire like massive 80-page Google Doc on like the characters, frame data, all that shit. Because who the hell else was gonna do it, right? And since I like the game, thought I would, but thought I'd maybe do like a breakdown video real fast, kind of explain how this ish works. So let's get to it. First up, for years this did not run right in the PSP emulator. Straight up just didn't work. Like what would happen is if you crossed over to the P2 side, all your inputs would be like reversed. All your special moves would come out the opposite direction. It was totally jacked up. So um, basically though, I worked with the team for this. I submitted some bugs and stuff and helped out to get it all fixed. So now it runs great. No issues. Doesn't do the crossover thing. For a long time, one of the characters' moves was bugged, just like one move, and then we figured out it was like this weird CPU floating bug thing, and I don't know. They fixed it. So yeah, be doing this a couple ways. I'm gonna load into the game by default right now, just on one here. I'm gonna be playing two instances with one controller today. So let's see here. And the reason we're doing that, or we will be doing that. Oh shit, it's kind of loud. Shut up. And do it like right about there. Reason we'll be doing that is because, well, the only way to actually like test inputs and train for real, like, is to have two instances running. Not long ago, they actually I don't know when this happened, but you can basically connect two instances of the same emulator on one computer and do ad hoc, so it lets you legitimately play like versus for something like this, right? Because that would be the next challenge. For years, I would play on PS TVs, if you remember those damn things. Actually, those things fucking rock, but I'd play on those, and I would use just adapters, and I'd try to get sticks to work so I could play this, like, natively emulated. Because, honestly, it ran like total crap in emulation, and it was my only option. It wasn't until I found some French dude playing it, like on an old build of this emulator, where I was able to be like, wait, the game's working on this like ancient build. What the hell's going on here? And I submitted that, and they were like, oh, it is working. And then they fixed it. But the developers for this emu at least. So that was really dope of them to work with me on that. So just gonna pick a couple basic characters, go over systems. Gokudera Suna. I also have to specify, I'm not even like a huge like Reborn fan or anything like that. Like I'm a fighting game dude. Like I just play a lot of fighting games, and I play a bunch of jank shit, as well. So like when I started playing this game, originally I thought it was just garbage, and then the second one came out, I was like, what the fuck? This is actually like really well built for some reason. So let's see, music. Yeah, I'll do monochrome. So alright. Main character privilege Suna versus Gokudera here. So check this out. Uh, Start out with a combo system. So this game's pretty much grounded. You can't really do juggles. Okay, so like most of the games, like actual like combat's based around like ground footsies, parrying, um, that kind of thing. So let me turn the robot off, make him stop going crazy. All right. So all right. So combos. So if you play Street Fighter 4 or Third Strike or any of those games, some characters have links between various normals. This game has that system, like very similar. So like But it also has a chain system, so you can chain from like jabs to jabs, right? And you can go from jabs to mediums and jabs to heavies. You can chain really quickly to you know, link together something real fast. But then, you know, that also works to throws. Stand jabs link into throws. Every character has a similar throw. It's like this long animation. Some have really short animations. There's like 4 or 5 characters that have a really short throw animation, which is really good, actually. They have a kind of a little advantage there. But yeah, so you see the crouching one doesn't link, but yeah. So you can do that into other normals. You can chain into command normals too, like these, you see. So anything that's command normal works. And then yeah, this game has links and chains. So like an example of a link would be like 2B. You do 2B, 4C. That works. 4C is one of the few 4-frame moves in the game. Like this game's fastest moves are typically like jabs, and those are 5 frames. But there are special techniques for a number of characters that are 4 frames. So Suna 4C is 4 frames. It's damn fast. Has a lot of recovery, but you can cancel it. So it's really strong in combos. It also, even though it's a mid technically, it hits like the startup frames for it hit incredibly low. So it actually breaks armor low. I'll explain armor in a little bit, but or S reflection is what the system's called. But anyway, so like yeah, Link would be like that. See, you do like 2B, 4C special, right? That would be like a quick little combo, or whatever. But yeah, so it's a mixture of those two things. And Gokudera, he can do two of these in a row, two Bs in a row. It's 6 frames, startup and 6-frame Link. 1-frame Links are like, imagine Street Fighter 4, but like you can't Link. Like it's actually hella hard to do a 1-frame Link in this game. So, all right, where are we? Links. We'll do attack-based systems first. We'll talk about that. I'm just kind of going off my own like wiki over here that I built, but it should be enough. So, if you've ever played Smash or like maybe Tekken, I mean Smash might be a better example. Tekken has clean hits where at certain ranges some moves will like have different properties that are more beneficial, that kind of thing. And in Smash, it's like Marth, sword tippers, right? Like more damage, more knockback, that kind of thing. Good for knocking people out. But they also have sour spots, right? All the moves in this game have that, which is like bizarre for a fighting game, like even a like 2.5D fighting game. It's like really weird. So like it's called the cobbled drive system. So like I'll give you an instance. Like so you see that that's just normal 2 hit, right? But look what happens when I hit at the tip of the jab. Things slow down a little bit. There's a little more hits done. You get the little cobbled drive notification on the screen. Yeah, so other moves that normally wouldn't link suddenly will, right? So like see, I do 2B right here. Nothing going on, right? It's just a normal ass hit. You can cancel it still. Actually, I don't even know if this links. I think it does. Oh yeah, you can special cancel that out. Or you can do just or whatever. But if you get the cobble hit, you get a little slowdown. You see the whole engine kind of like slowing down, and that's intentional so you can stop and hit confirm. Really crazy design. Oh, some lag. Usually doesn't happen. So yeah, and then this is different for every normal. Every normal has a special range for this. Like, so you get like another couple frames of hits done basically, right? And then on top of that, you can link things you normally wouldn't be able to. So like this normally doesn't, you can't really link anything out of this, but like it lets things like, you see this move, the sway move, it lets you do things like link the edge of that into the sway. So like say I got a cobble jab, you see that? Yeah, you can do combos like that, or you can do like 2B, boom, like that. Yeah, so actually I'll try to do something kind of like swaggy here. Let's see. You know, you kind of get the idea though. Like, yeah, if you hit the edge of the copal, you can actually get like a loop going, something like that, right? Okay, so that right there, the reason all that worked is because there's more systems at play. You notice he got like dizzy, that was groggy. So here I'll put him into groggy really fast. Let's see, we should do it with this pretty much. Now when he's in groggy, same deal. Everything kind of has a little bit more like knockback, right? And he slows down. The actual game slows down, so you have time to hit confirm shit. So, hold on, I gotta get a drink. Oh. This is crazy. Like, I've never seen an engine like this or any other fighting game have a system quite like this. But basically, these systems all stack too, and the counter hit, same deal. Like we'll go ahead and turn that on. I think it's like, oh god, is it this? No, that's like, I think that's perma groggy. I'm dumb. Hold on here. Been a minute. Did that counter hit? The bottom option? Shit, I haven't done this in a minute. Indeed. There it is. Okay, so same deal. Counter hit. The game slows down. See, now I'm full close range, right? But what happens if you put the statuses together? You do counter hit and a cobbled. Look at it, slows down like hella, and there's more knockback, right? If you're close with a hit like that, you can do extended links and that kind of thing. And then that's different for every character. So now this can all combine together too. This is where it gets like kind of bananas. Like these states all stack. So say he's groggy, I get a cobble hit fierce or something like this, or 5H or whatever, or 5C. I use ABC for these normals, but anyway, say that counter hit, and you get the sweet spot all at the same time. You get a knockdown. Now I don't have the damage on. I'm gonna turn it on just like for this for now. We'll turn these off real fast. I have cheats on for training mode, 1v player 1 versus player 2 mode, so you don't lose health versus, so you can just train infinitely. But yeah, so see that, like how much damage that does? It's a shitload of fucking damage, right? But it's just, you know, that's why it knocks it down immediately. If you stack all those states together, that's what happens. So let's turn that off. Okay, so groggy just happens from like combat, like just, you know, doing hella damage or whatever. The first hit as you get groggy doesn't have extra knockback, but all the hits afterwards have extra knockback. So it's pretty hard to adjust for until you're used to seeing it enough times, that kind of thing. So all right, fuck. From there, oh yeah, all those add 50% damage too. So like couple hits, like you'll see this like really quick here too. See this like 2B does that in the little chunk. You do it with a copal, there's a little 50% chunk that gets added to the end, and all that stacks, right? So you can imagine you can die pretty damn fast in this game. Like when I play friends, or if I ever play people or whatever, I usually set it to 3 rounds because you die hella fast. Like, you know, 3 rounds, 60 seconds instead of 99, because the game ain't gonna last that long. That's all there is to it. And I think that's a little more fun that way, at least for this game. I experimented with doing handicap, you know, for a little while. I was like, turn up the health a little bit, but I was like, nah, fuck it. Just leave it as it is. It doesn't make that much of a difference, actually. Oh, also, this gets, like, crazier, too, because all those, what is it? All those normals that I just mentioned, they have the sweet spot system, right? Copal drive. Well, it gets crazier from there because you can actually sweet spot on block, too. So, like, I don't know if this sets everything back to default. I think it does. Yeah, he's gonna throw a cat at me. I think this is the one that makes him... One of these is super, one of these makes a block. I don't know. It's been a minute. Okay, he's got a block up. I think it's maybe this one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so like you'll notice, you see the guard gauge, and it's the yellow gauge in the upper right there. Yeah, you can see it like kind of drain in a little bit. But watch, if I hit copal distance, more blocks done, and it drains a little bit more, right? Same deal with this. So that copal state is active even when you're doing moves on block. There's sweet spot. See, like, look how much guard gauge that did, but like, look what happens if I'm close. It's not the same. Yeah. So crazy system. For guarding at least. The slowdown, by the way, like that's its own beast. Like it can kind of eat your inputs. You have to kind of get used to it. Sometimes, like in certain states of slowdown, if it's heavy enough, like of slowdown, for some reason you can move, but like buttons don't immediately register. So that takes a little bit to get used to, but you'll still get combos. It's a practice thing. And then if it's like really heavy slowdown from like all the states stacking, it almost feels like the game's adding like extra frames or some shit. Like it really like chunks for a second. At first you think the game's just lagging really bad. No, it's not dropping 60 frames. This is just an intentional goofy ass mechanic. But it's really fucking sick when you start doing like hit confirms off of like a long range poke, like you know, like a 2B from like really far away, right? And you can go, oh, I have time to think. Okay, do a special, that sort of thing. Oh. All right, so like defense-based system. So actually, we might be better off explaining defense in 1v1. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I'll go ahead and switch it over to that really fast. So shut that off. show off how good actually connecting ad hoc works on PSP games now, because it's actually like legit. You can get pretty much a perfect connection. Like, it's good. So I've never had any issues with like lag or drops, and this game specifically like has a really good ad hoc code, I guess, as long as you have a stable connection. But I mean, not much more stable than being on the same unit. So but yeah, I'm playing 2 instances right now, or I'm trying to. What the hell? Sure, this was the right input. Did I screw something up? Oh boy. Oh, it resets the defaults. I always forget about that. Oh, that's fine. I'll map it really fast. Circle, sure, square, triangle, and X. Nice. All right. In we go. So yeah, you're gonna see me connect these 2 instances to each other. It's kind of scuffed. Alright, same deal. We're gonna do like just Suna Gokudera. I'll do character explanations at some point. These are navigators, just select none. Like, they just talk to you, they're just annoying. I like this stage a lot for training, it's cool looking. I don't know, I dig it. Do some like chill music. I don't know, Edge of Soul, sure. Alright, and yes, base Gokudera again. Cool. Make sure sheets are on both instances so they sync up. Alright, this way we'll be able to just straight up just train. I'll have unlimited super, and I can test inputs against other inputs, basically. So guard damage, kind of saw how that worked, the sweet spot system. Now this is where the game gets like for some reason ridiculously complex. Like maybe one of the most complex defensive systems to use correctly that I've ever seen in a fighting game. It's bizarre too. It's just unpredictable. So S reflection. S reflection. Say we hit a jab at the same time. You see S reflection show up on the screen, right? So fuck man. What's going on here is there's armor frames in the middle of all your moves. All of them. Like special moves, everything, right? So S reflection, that takes place when you have those frames active during another move's active frames colliding with your hitbox or whatever, or the move's hitbox. So you can use this a lot of ways. Like say like somebody throws a projectile, like I don't know, maybe I'll just do this. See, well, that's not a good example because it's hard to parry, but I'll do like a single shot projectile. See, you can parry it, right, with a jab. And then you can do things. The thing is that counts as like a physical like impact too, so you can special cancel off of that, which is like different. Like that, see? So you can use that to punish things, like say Suna does like flash kick right now. You see, like normally there's a lot of pushback, but if you call it out, you know, you can get actual punishes off. You can parry it and just special cancel your way in. Now, where this gets complex as hell, well, one, it takes guard gauge to do. So, like, say I do like medium and I parry it with a jab, right? You see Gokudera's guard gauge goes down just a little bit, right? So yeah, and then, oh, you can see the throw animations now. You see how they're pretty similar, just really slow, right? And then you're stuck in them for a while, too. And there's no throw teching in this game. So these are like command grabs, basically. That's how they basically work. Although some characters have command grabs too. Suna specifically has a really good one where you can like steal their meter. It's I think it's like quarter circle back. Yeah. So anyway, S reflection though. Keep going on that because it gets weird. These moves all are designed to have armor at certain heights. Now you'd think that means that it's like high, mid, low, or something like that. Not the case. It's on a per move basis. So what that means is it depends on how the move interacts with your opponent, interacts with the space, or what it does to your hitbox physically. It has nothing to do with how you think it should work. So to give you an example, it's like, say, okay, so lows typically beat throws. I'll do like a Now that jab lows are different than like true lows. True lows, 2As that are kicks that hit really low to the ground will break throw armor. I don't think Okadera has one either. I don't think either of these characters do, so I can't really. Yeah, so like, yeah. See, throws have a mid armor, mid and high armor, but not low. So like, say I do like I throw, but I also 2B at the same time with Gokudera. You see, it just immediately counter hits. Yeah. So it beats throws clean, lows do. But not every character has a true low 2A. So like these two characters, although Suna's hitbox for his jab is lower than others, so it does hit some characters crouching or throwing, but not every character. But see, that's exactly where it gets complicated, shit like that, right? Because that'll work for some, and then you'll have Gokudera here, and he just parries it. And then you'll go to Mukuro, and it works on him. And you'll be like, oh, okay, that doesn't make any fucking sense at all. And it doesn't. So yeah, jabs typically lose to like, see, like this is, I mean, his hits mid-ish, so the jab parries it, but then he's gonna lose. Just he'll straight up just lose to the low, right? Now, some moves are like cherry picked to basically beat things like low mashing. Like, see, like, well, oh hey, we actually killed each other. The hell? I don't know how that. I think I know what happened. I forgot to turn shit off before I got in the mode. That's easy. Easy fix. It still thinks it's connected. That's fine. Game settings. Yeah. Emulation. Make sure this is actually set up right. I'm not crazy. Yeah, it is. Alright. Emulation. What am I doing? Pause. Pause. Did I disable one? Am I an idiot sandwich? I am an idiot sandwich, that's why. Cool. Back in we go. I'll just reconnect the instances and do it again. I actually didn't have a health enabled on one character, I think on my main one, so that's why that happened. And the game will just desync and you just reset it, but ideally you won't do that. Whoops. Sure. Put it on random, I guess. Fuck it. Alright. That shit. Self some drink. Back to it. Oh, that's a little loud. All right, so basically, yeah. So like, you'll have something like that. Let's throw situation that I showed you, right? Where you throw and it beats this like crouching jab, just clean up, and just parries. You can sometimes jab your way out, by the way, if you react late or whatever. But check this out. So this 4C I showed you earlier, this right here, this looks like a mid. It is a mid. It's not a low, but it just blows up throw hitboxes because the actual hitbox of the move hits so damn low to start at the very beginning. I wish I had a hitbox viewer. God, I would pay for that shit in this game, but I don't. So yeah, so that throw right there, just boom. Like, so you can do something like as a throw, like just to beat like throw mashing. Say they are mashing through it, you just do like jab and then 4C confirm right there, and they're groggy immediately. It's a lot of damage. The damage is no joke in this game. Reed's two combos will typically kill. Like it's kind of like old style damage. So, but yeah, it all is based off the reflective hitboxes and hurtboxes. Then you'll have crazy shit like this. Like check out Gokudera's what is this? This is a 6B. This thing is just redonkulous. It has armor. It can only be broken high, and when I mean high, I mean the hitbox of the move has to be like, soon as jab will do it, so that's pretty nice. But like, I think it'll blow right through this medium kick usually. Oh, maybe not. What the hell? Thought it was better than that. I guess I was wrong. I know Fierce beats it. Yeah. Yeah, Fierce beats it clean. Yeah, God. I used to think it was damn crazy. Alright, whatever. You know what? I think it's because a lot of characters' jabs can't beat it. It just blows through a ton of jabs. It has like armor that's like pretty high overall. And then it beats lows too. I think that was it. Yeah. Yeah, it beats lows clean. Just straight up blows them up. Like, see, look at it. It parries all the way towards the ground. That's why it's good. I forgot. So you can blow up somebody's low attempt. Even a Fierce, I think. Like, I'll do Fierce right now. Yeah, see, just boom. Blows straight through a 2C. Like, look at that normal. This thing's crazy. And this thing right here, just does not give any shits whatsoever. All right, so that's like a really low level like breakdown of the armor system. It's not even beginning to graze the surface of how complex it gets. It's on a per move basis. It really is, and that like there's some things that are good at breaking reflection at different heights, and you'll learn that per character, and you'll know like that example with Suna earlier with 4C. You'll just know like what you should and shouldn't use. But yeah, I'm using a cross-up box right now to play both at the same time. So I mapped all the buttons so I could do right stick in PPSSPP. That's the name of the emulator, and then I can kind of just do whatever simultaneously. So, but yeah, you'll see like mashing like was it just this? It just loses straight up to mids, like the mid armor through and then beats the punch, just crushes it. So there's a lot of that too. You just got to know what to use and when. And that's, I mean, I got a lot of that in my doc, but a lot of it is just a shitload of experience. And then also sometimes like it gets even weirder too. Some characters are tall, like Squallow's hella tall, so like some jabs will beat his throw armor just because he's so damn tall. It changes where the armor's hitbox is. No idea. Oh. Attack reflection can't be done frame 1, I don't believe. So if you have a meaty setup, you'll just get counter hit. So that's something else to throw in. From there, let's see here. Oh yeah, like even though you can chain, you are like pretty heavily minus. So like, say I try to mash 2A on this croucher. Well, that wasn't a good example, but on block, you see? Oh, whoops. He'll block, and then it'll trade immediately. I think I can win. Yeah, that's... So this game has guard canceling. I'll explain guard canceling now, I think. Let's see. Right, yeah, so... there's also auto guarding. So, like, for instance, like, say I have Gokudera do Fireball right now. Or try. And I'll just walk right at it, right? See, I'm just guarding. So you automatically... Even neutral, you automatically block high. It's one of my least favorite things about the game, and I wish I could remove it. But it's also not as bad as I thought it was going to be, because so much of this game is about guard break pressure that it's actually like almost a disadvantage in some circumstances. You'd almost rather take a knockdown sometimes. But it does not auto guard low for you. It doesn't do that. It just does it for the highs. So if someone jumps on you or overheads you, free. If you're just trying to count on auto guard. It negates left right, which does suck. One day I'm gonna look into like finding a code somehow, like a memory address, and modifying it. I don't know how to do that, but I'll figure it out. Fuck. I have a vague idea of how to maybe figure that out. But anyway, so yep, there is an auto guard. Now reflection, as I mentioned before, you can get meatied, or you can't perform it in some situations either. There are block strings in this game. There are 2 types of block strings. Well, there's 3 types. There's ones with gaps. There's ones that soft jail, and there's ones that just straight up jail you. You can't do anything during them. There are very few of those. Those are mostly special moves that rapidly hit. But the ones that soft jail, I'll show you a really cool example of that right here. So 4C super. I'm gonna try to jump out of this with the Gokudera. Watch what happens. Oh, wait, hold on here. Do I have super map? Oh, no, that wasn't a good example. What the hell's super map too? Okay, there's super. So yeah, 4C super. He's gonna block it. Oh shit. I'm trying to jump out. I can't do anything. I'm just hard locked in, right? Do it again. I'll try to backdash jump, everything. I think I Actually, I didn't special cancel that fast enough. It would have been escapable, my movement otherwise. Yeah, it doesn't let me out. You're just screwed, basically. Um, so how do you get around that? Well, so the game has a guard canceling system just in general. Like everything on block, movement frames are totally different. See, like look how far it took for me to be able to jump after holding 4C. But say I block it and then just like match jab, right? It's you get out sooner. Like usually 2 to 3 frames, or it's just like 1 to 3. It depends on the move. It really depends on the move. This is another complicated thing. It depends if it was cobbled hit or not. It depends on the move. So yeah, you can actually break out, which is really cool. So because of that, you can do things like this. You know, he puts you in this lock. Oh shit! What the hell? What did I press wrong? Oh, I wasn't hitting jab. Okay, my bad. Kind of hard to play 2 controllers at once. So watch this. You can just mash jab right out. Yeah, yeah. You can break out of soft jail situations like that and reflect your way out of things, or go low and escape things. And so if you know, you know. Otherwise, the game looks hella broken, and you're thinking, "Oh, I'm just in an unblockable situation and I'm screwed." That's not the case. So you might be in a better situation than you think. So yeah, that one took me a while to figure out for all the characters that have it. There's one in particular with Zanzus where you have to actually hold up and jump on the frame that the normal like 4C would hit you. You do it on the same frame, and they hit the super, and you'll just hop out. But if you don't jump at that moment, you'll get hit. You'll get hit by an unblockable. So there's stuff like that in here, but there's almost always a way out. Now, at first I thought, oh, this game sucks ass, right? Like, there's no way out of some of the shit, but that's not true. There is. There's usually a fucking escape. Mm. All right, so from there, what do we got? Um, uh, that was guard cancel. I mean, that's pretty much everything for like the basic systems. Supers in this game work pretty weird. Like that basically like the super gauge like fills up as you're playing, and then it like fills all the way up to a level 2. So you don't really, what is it, you meter build past a certain point, but once you get to that point, then you get a slow filling gauge to your level 2. So you might not even get to your level 2 before a friggin' game is even over, right? Like game might end and then your level 2 might have just like barely filled up because of how fast you can frickin' die. What else? There's air throws as well. I didn't even talk about that. Yeah, air throws do a freaking rack of damage too. It's not showing right here, but it's a lot. Oh yeah, Link's like a 1 frame. I'll try to do a 1 frame right now. Go Kadera. Was it 2B? Oh my god, it's actually hella hard. There it is. Yeah, that's like a really good starter right there. And then yeah, so I mean that's kind of a general breakdown. That's why I dig this game, because it's like ridiculously complex and really freaking weird ways. So pretty much everything I think, until I decide to do like character vids if I decide to do them.